on his breath, stars in his eyes. He runs again beneath the new sky.
Hello YouTube, it's me, JC number 1234556, and I'm here for another video about Ash's Pokemon team. And today that next team is gonna be in Hoenn, and say what Pokemon that Ash should have caught, and also what he should have evolved way sooner. Also, I would like to say about the legendary part as well, if you don't mind. But before we get into that, there's something that I really wanted to tell you about before we get this video started. You see, it's been a week since the presentation of Pokemon Day about about Pokemon Winds and Waves. It's the last part to be shown, and everybody's been talking about and what the final evolution of the starter is going to be like. You know, I've been anxious about what the Paldea starters are going to look like after they finally fully evolve. And to be honest, I was expecting Sprigatito to stand on all 4 legs. And, since that time has already come, I think I'll just leave the evolution stuff to them. But the saddest part is, we all know that it's gonna have to be out in next year in 2027. Since Pokemon Champion is got to be on its way there, not to mention the transferring for Pokemon Legend ZA. We also have to wait till that time comes after pass by. It's gonna be a whole year since Champion might be ready, who knows when. But at least I know I'll be playing it in my new Nintendo Switch 2. And as for Pokemon Winds and Waves, I don't exactly know when I might start playing it. I'm guessing that might be about demos soon. But I'm also hoping there might be more time, but don't know when. It might be earlier in 2027, just like Pokemon Legends Arceus, or just late in 2027, just like any other Pokemon game, including Pokemon Legends ZA, because last year that came out late. But who else? It did just came out in stores almost not that long ago. Well, enough of that. I would really like to talk about Ash's Hoenn Team, and I'm gonna start talking about it right now. Okay, see, Ash had decided to start all over again, not to mention about his new clothing, and also about Team Rocket still trying to steal his Pikachu. But I also want to tell the story about Ash's Pokemon and what he should have evolved it way sooner before the Hoenn League. Tailo, however, is the first Hoenn region Pokemon that Ash ever caught. And I know it's been a very long time since he had Pokemon like that on his team. And to start, yeah, it did evolve into Suelo, but maybe he should have evolved it way sooner to win that gym badge or get her a lot stronger. You know, Sinnoh seemed to be a lot of great Pokemon to add, and maybe could have just learned to evolve it sooner, even before that second gym matches, and also could have won those other gym battles, including that normal type gym. No, yeah, Sinnoh could have been a great help. Not much for Hoenn Pokemon to talk about, but I'm risking it. But I'm already starting right now. But here is Trico, Ash's very first and only starter Pokemon he ever began with, besides catching all three. But also the first fully evolved grass starter that he ever had. Since it was a treat though, it seems a little bit confident and a bit pushy. But after evolving to Grovyle, it seemed did a lot okay. Even though it evolved before the third gym match, but it thought on well. But if Ash had fully evolved Grovyle into a Sceptile way sooner, he would have managed not only win gym battles quickly, but also could have won in the Hoenn League. That's just a small hunch I was expecting. And you know, I think Sceptile could be a lot stronger if Ash just took it with them to the Kalos region, then Mega Evolve it into Mega Sceptile. But I'm guessing that's another story for another time. And now for Corphish. Yes, it's a very stubborn, hot-headed, and very temperamental. A great Pokemon like that is a great partner for Ash, and I know it's a great substitute for a member, but maybe he could have evolved into a Crawdont much earlier instead of keeping it as a Corphish. No, we haven't evolved this Corphish into a Crawdont through the anime, but I'm hoping after Horizon he just did. Well, we'll know soon enough when he makes a comeback, because rumors say had it, Ash... Well, I'll just talk about that in the anime. And next we have, of course, Torkoal, the crybaby turtle Pokemon. Yeah. Well, can't say much, but... Well, they didn't seem to give Torkoal an evolution, but... Again, I'm feeling they might do it sooner for the next generation on this or next year, but we'll find out. Until then, I just hope Torkoal will get a lot stronger. Well, I don't got much for this Pokemon. Torkoal's not really one of my favorites, but he is one of Ash's best Pokemon he ever caught. But love the final spirit and love the emotions and love the sensible doings. Well, yeah. That's pretty well. And next, there is Snorunt. Yes. Snorunt is a cute little chap and a great close relationship to him and Pikachu, and also great final spirit. And also, I didn't blame him for not evolving, but perhaps he could have evolved after evolving into Glalie. Ash could have gotten more stronger with it. And not just on new move, but also taught him to Mega Evolve. Yeah, a Mega Glalie is way great and important. And too bad he didn't move it to the Kalos region. I hope he gives Glalie a Mega Stone real soon. If he won't do it in Pokemon Journey, then maybe on his training journey, he might, well, just hope Glalie will get much stronger soon enough. And now we'll move into the Battle Frontier, and that's where we're gonna talk about. You see, you remember the episode from the Pokemon Master Quest, right? About that part about for Ho-Oh the Bell's troll? Yes. Of course, there was that trainer named Isuin, if I'm saying his name right. They dreamed of seeking the legendary Pokemon, Suicune, and he's been wanting to catch it ever since. Of course, he did try it back then, right after he began his battle with Ash. Well, perhaps instead of this Suicune being caught by Go, perhaps it could have been caught by Ash. And maybe with this Pokemon, Ash could have won the Battle Frontier. Let's just say that Ash should have caught this Pokemon much later in the anime and could have, use it to win against some of the Pokemon. And playing against this guy, he has 3 of the legendary Pokemon of Hoenn. Like Regirock, Registeel, Regigigas, Brandon. Yeah. Ash would have gone legendary to against legendary, or at least plan to use just Suicune to win against him. And let's not forget about Apom. I think an Apom would be a very excellent member for a team if Ash still has this Pokemon, or at least until he evolved to MVP-Pom. Well, that one is another story. Well, Apom had gone to a single battle frontier, but that was before Ash got his last final symbol. And yeah, I think these 2 Johto recent Pokemon would make a great, perfect fitting. And now there is one more Pokemon that I really wish Ash should have caught sooner in the anime. And that starts with the letter R. Yep, Riolu. And in Pokemon Journeys, Ash got Riolu since he was just an egg. And of course, I did always wanted him to have a Lucario on his team, and he did. And I did want him to get a Lucario in the 4th generation of Sinnoh, and also in the 6th generation of Kalos, but never even did. So, come to think of it, maybe Ash should have got Riolu when it's just an egg back in the Battle Frontier, and would have had this Pokemon on his team. Yeah, maybe that should be the point. And with Riolu could have helped him won some Battle Frontier battles, and would have gotten stronger and evolved to Lucario much sooner, or evolved to Lucario later on, and for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, just like Brock's Bonzi had after evolving to Sudowoodo. So then, let's just hope something more excitably interesting will happen next. And that's all I'm gonna say. And that's all the Ash's Pokemon team I gotta say. And this is the team that I wish Ash could have had. Da, 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 da! Yeah. And I bet Team Rocket would have a tough time trying to steal Pikachu from this Pokemon team. And if you think this is interesting, I just hope you might like the Sinnoh Pokemon team that I just planned out. But that is next month's broadcast. And I'll be sure to bring it up to you again real soon, right after this is done. Till then, I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video, and also in our videos, because I really want to talk about something to say about something before uploading my next Pokemon A and B video next week. And after that week, I have much break. I want to start talking about the anime for Pokemon Horizon. Till then, I'll see you again soon, YouTube. And the rest of you Pokemon fans, I want to say thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing. I haven't seen how much subscribers I got, but I'll know when I check it out. Till then, see you again soon in the next video. And enjoy my Villains Defeat video after tomorrow, guys. Till then, goodbye. JC number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Out.